Good afternoon. Welcome. Just making sure I'm on the right day. I don't want to say something wrong. Welcome, Jessica. When you come on, say hello. Today is Sunday, August the 29th. Hey, Stella. Welcome. I wanted to make sure I wasn't going to say something wrong, you guys, because, hi, Kathy. Because I may not look like it, but I am so sleep deprived. I don't even know what I'm running on. After this video, I'm gonna eat a decent meal. Let me go ahead and introduce myself and kind of tell you where I'm at right now. My name is Barbara. Hi, Bev. Welcome, everybody. It cut off. Did it cut off for everybody, or am I still going? It looks like it's fine on my end, but I'll go ahead. My name is Barbara Ragsdale, and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator that lives in the San Antonio, Texas area. So if you are somebody crafty, or if you want to learn how to be crafty, or learn how to use your Stampin' Up! Supplies for different various handmade cards, home decor projects, any other kind of projects you're working on, you're in the right place. And everybody else, it cut off and came back. Well, I am so sorry. I'm gonna keep going. It looks like everything's fine on my end. But if it cuts out, just stick with me. Unless it totally cuts out on my side, I'm just gonna keep going, and I'll try to pay attention to the feed. So let me catch up here. Hey, Darla. My Lazy Daisy Stamper from Granbury, Texas. Hi, Veronica. Thank you for sharing. I'm gonna try to remember about the whole sharing part and why. Let me see. Who was it? Darla. I'm gonna try to explain why Darla said, "You superstar." So, because I'm really excited about that, and it totally is because of you guys. So. You changed your browser, it's working fine now. Okay, well, I'm gonna keep going. Thank you, Veronica, for sharing. I'm just going through and trying to make sure I catch up with everybody. But as you can tell, I seem excited. I'm tired. I have only been getting a couple of hours of sleep at a time, and I have a really, really small special guest to share with you all before I get going on this. Like I said, if you, or maybe I didn't say, but I don't know, my brain is like so tired. I don't even know what I'm working on, you guys. I think it's just the adrenaline of being happy that I'm here with you all, and I'm getting to share with you the normal Sunday afternoon. So I am live right now. I do go live Sunday afternoons at 3 p.m. Hi, Bonnie. And if you see a live on either side of my head, that's because I'm live and I'm talking to the people that are jumping on and thanking them for sharing and joining me this afternoon. If you're watching me and you don't see that live, you're probably watching a replay on Facebook, or you could be watching me on my YouTube channel. And if you're watching me from YouTube, thank you for watching me there. If you haven't already subscribed, just click that little red button and then change your the little bell notification so that you get notified every time I post a video. So just want to welcome you. I'm going to introduce because she looks like she's moving around, and so and then after I introduce her, I'm going to put her back and go plug her back in because she's on a heating pad. But for those of you that don't know, and then for those of you that know, hi, Heather. I am a neonatal kitten foster with San Antonio Animal Care Services, which is basically the city pound to it. It's almost completely gone. This is actually the third one I've had within less than a week because I did have a little sister. Okay, says it's reconnected. Sorry, I know it cut out on my side, so I'm really hoping I don't have the same issue, hi Terry, that I had several weeks ago with it cutting in and out. So I'll just try to pay attention to that. I remember the last time it did it, when I went back to look at the video, it's like it cut out, but then it picked back up. So I tried to be cognizant of when it did that, and I just stopped talking so that when it came back, it picked up, but it still kind of cut out a few things. So just stick with me. I'm gonna grab little Lita and show you little Lita. Hi Cindy. So I'm gonna reach over real quick and grab her, and then when I introduce her, I'm gonna put her back and go plug her back in so that she can stay on her heating pad. So hold on. All right, you guys, let me stand up a little bit here. There is little Lita. She is so tiny, look. She is so tiny. And I'm trying to keep her guarded here, but this is little Lita. Lita's about 4 days old, and let me show you. I know y'all are probably gonna, sometimes the only way to is like how the mama grabs her, but you can see her little belly there. She's so cute. But yeah, say hi. Hi Facebook people. Hi. Yeah, she's a little wiggly, so she is, hi, yes Martha. She is, like I said, she's about 4 days old. We're not sure what happened to mama, but typically, I'm gonna put her back. Let me put her back, you guys. Okay, it showed trying to reconnect and when I came back. But wasn't she cute? She's the reason I'm only getting 2 hours of sleep at a time. But you know what? It is so worth it. It is so worth it. I had to put her back really quick. I can't keep her out for very long unless I'm feeding her, just because kittens that small can't self-regulate their temperature, and they can get hypothermic really, really quick. So she's in her little bitty bin over there. They don't need a whole lot of space. And she's on a heating pad. She still has a full tummy. She was a little Miss Piggy this morning. She drank 6 milliliters. So for those of you that don't know what 6 milliliters is, it's not a whole lot. I mean, it's just not a whole lot, but it's enough for them. And so I'm really glad, because someone that tiny, or a little baby that tiny, normally only drinks about 2 to 4 milliliters. Hi Jess. You missed little Lita. So if you get a chance, go back to the beginning of the video. I had to put her back right away, but it's the little kitten that I have right now, which is the reason why I only get 2 hours of sleep. And I'm totally sleep deprived, but I'm gonna be here for you guys, and we're just gonna go ahead and get started. So I've gone through introductions. Let me just go over just a couple of things. I'm going to try to pay attention to make sure it does not cut out. But don't forget, if you need any catalogs, join my email list and you'll automatically get a complimentary copy of all 3, unless you're an active demo or you have somebody that you get catalogs from already. I have a different special gift for you. So everything I talk about today, and probably some things I'm gonna forget, will be in the video description after the video, all of the links. So to join my email list, that link will be there. If you want to take advantage of Paper Pumpkin, which is our monthly paper crafting subscription, that link will be in there as well. Don't forget the subscription deadline date for Paper Pumpkin subscription to sign up. And remember, next month is the Haunts and Hellos, which is the box that converts into a vintage wheelbarrow so that you can make your treat boxes and display them in. So September 10th is the main deadline. And don't forget, my Paper Pumpkin subscribers get free coordinating cardstock cuts of all of the coordinating colors every single month. So after we're billed, then I know how much to cut, then I send that out, and that's just as a thank you for being my Paper Pumpkin subscriber. And then don't forget, if you joined us last week, Martha Ringhauser, who's watching, she was my guest host, and we unboxed and put together our Hope Box. And this is mine. And these boxes, we found out like that day or the day after. Thank you for sharing, Jess. They are still available. And Stampin' Up! Is offering them to anybody that wants to purchase them, and you don't have to be a subscriber in order to get this box. I still don't know if the Paper Pumpkin block is included in it. I know it is when you first subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, but as far as the Hope Box, I still don't know. There's some confusion around that. But if you want the Hope Box and you're interested in seeing what would belong in the Hope Box, I'm going to show you because that's the prize. Every single Sunday, whatever I do ends up being the prize for the next week. So go grab Paper Pumpkin box. I'm always going to say while supplies last because I really never know what the inventory is going to be. So if you missed this and you want to go see it, watch the video. And if you really liked what you saw, go get your box, because this really is the last opportunity, and they are opening it up until the end of this month. So it started several days ago, I guess Monday, and then it goes through the end of the month. Okay, and then also if you see anything that you would like to order, once I get this camera pointed down, you'll see the monthly online ordering special. But if your wish list is around $100, Dicena, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, but thank you for watching and joining. But if you have a wish list that's roughly around $100, your best bet is going to be to just purchase your kit. You don't have to do lives, you don't have to do parties, you don't have to build a team, you don't have to do anything that's associated with the business. You can simply enjoy your 20% discount all by yourself. And that is going to get you buying your kit from now until the end of next month, which we're in our celebration period, which is for every $50 purchase, you get something out of this little book for free. And I've showed you guys several times all of the really cool products. Hi, Raquel. All of the really cool products that are in this little catalog that you can get for free. There's stamps and dies, there's designer series paper, and it's free. But during celebration, when you join, you get to pick $125 of whatever you want in either of these catalogs, the annual catalog or our mini catalog. $125. You only pay $99 plus tax. You get a free pass Paper Pumpkin kit. You get a free pass. You get free shipping. Sorry. You also get your 20% discount on all of your Stampin' Up! Products. And from now until the end of next month, you're also going to get to choose a bundle out of the mini catalog. It's amazing how quickly I lose stuff. Here we go. In your celebration brochure catalog on page 19, so almost the very last page, you're going to see right here, you're going to see a list of 12 bundles that you can choose from, and they range from $30 to like $60. But you can choose one of those bundles for free, $10. There is no obligation to purchase this kit. Nobody is going to hound you to do anything, and if you drop and you want to come back, totally your choice. No pressure here. I know it cut out real quick. Also, don't forget I have Stampin' Up! Online Bingo next month, Saturday, September the 18th. Hi, Bonnie. Yes, Jess, I am already planning for October. Saturday, September 18th from 6:30 to 8:30. It usually doesn't last that long. Stampin' Up! Bingo. Register by September 6th, so we have almost 1 week left for you to register if you want to join us. It will be on Zoom, so it's live. You can join us anywhere you want. If you're in the United States, invite a friend. There's going to be a special gift for you if you bring somebody to bingo or refer somebody to the holiday bingo. The fee is $42. You get a bingo card. I think I'm going to change that because of the games, but you're going to get what you need to play bingo, and then you have the opportunity to add more cards if you want to add more cards. Hi, Bridget. But you're going to get a swag bag of product, and we're going to do 4 stamping projects using the Holly Jolly Wishes stamp set, which is also optional if you want to add that on and do the cards as designed. I showed them in last week's video, and I've already put them back on my little thing over there. So if you want to check those out, you can go check last week's video out. Everything will be cut for you, die cut, punched, embossed, and that includes shipping, $42. So if you want to join us online for some Stampin' Up! Bingo, go register by September 6th. It is out on my events calendar right now, but like I said, I'll put the link in the description after the video is done. So we'd love to have you. And then, one last thing. I always say that, but then I always end up seeing something else. I want you to save the date for October 2nd, which is, if you don't know, every single year, the first Saturday, it's usually the first Saturday of October, is World Card Making Day. Okay, I have been planning what I'm going to do for World Card Making Day. If you remember last year, I went live like every hour on the hour for like most of the day. I'm going to be doing that as well. And there's going to be more details to come, so I want to make sure I have everything in order for you. But save the day, Saturday, October 2nd. I may end up just being live all that day and skip my normal Sunday. I'm not really quite too sure about that. If I still have energy after Saturday's fun, then I'll be live that Sunday. But for right now, just save the date and look out for more information about that. Okay, and let's do our drawing. Let's do our drawing, but before we do our drawing, hi Kay, it's okay. Before I do our drawing, when I usually have the camera pointed down and I get ready to do the drawing with the wheel, I always tell you, you know, in order to get on the wheel, when you like, comment, or share any of my videos, and I'm live Sunday afternoon at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, and then I'm also live on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. But my Wednesday evenings are designed for totally nothing but scrapbooking. I do a layout every Wednesday, and then do page 2 or start a new layout the next Wednesday. But when you like, comment, and share my videos, I'm gonna tell you, and I'm kind of tooting my own horn, but I want to show you how that relates to when I tell you that when you do that, and Stampin' Up! Is my business. This is all I do. I absolutely have fun doing this. I love being with you all Wednesdays and Sundays. I love showing you how to use the products. I love to give you inspiration for your products. And I just absolutely love our time together. I really do. It's something that I look forward to, and just, it gives me joy. It takes my mind off of whatever else is going on, and I just really enjoy my time with you guys. But where I was going with that is because of you. So if you're watching, you're supporting me. If you're liking, commenting, and sharing my videos, you're also supporting me. My customers support me. Paper Pumpkin subscribers. I love you too, Terry. When you attend any of my events, when you join my team, and I've had a lot of team members. I've had a lot of team members come and go. I have some really good team members right now. In fact, one of them, can you believe this, had the nerve, yes, Gina, had the nerve to send me an email last night to say aloha, because she's in Hawaii right now. And I'm like, I can't even get out of the city of San Antonio. But anyway, so I hope, Gina, that you're having a great time in Hawaii. I think she's been there a few days. But yeah, starting Thursday night, Friday, all day Friday, and then all day Saturday, as a Silver Elite demonstrator, I was actually able to be part of a Stampin' Up! Event called Backstage that was designed totally for the leaders of the company. And I want to share with you some statistics, just one, and I think it's okay to share this. But during this Backstage event, I learned that we have over 57,000 Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. And some of you that are watching right now are Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. So they're my fellow people. And we all support each other. I go to other people's events. I watch other people's videos. We all support each other. And some of you have done the same thing for me as well. Thank you, Denise. But anyway, we have over 57,000 demonstrators. And we found out that the leaders, so if you're Silver Elite or above, you're considered one of the leaders and you're part of special groups. And we are only, out of all of those 57,000, only 3% of that number, so like 1,700, make up the leadership level. And I thought that was very interesting because that's a really small number. So I am just honored because of you, my viewers, and my customers, and my team members. You have helped me to reach these goals that I really thought were kind of like far out there, but I'm really enjoying where I'm at. So I'm just really honored to be part of that elite group of Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. So and then the other thing is they do some recognition. So this is why Darla said superstar, because I had shared this information yesterday in a different personal group that I'm in. But because of everything that I've talked about, I was recognized from the 2019 to the 2020 year. We're already in 2021. The October 1st starts a new Stampin' Up! Year. So this is like from one year to the next. Had no idea that I was going to be recognized this way, but I was recognized in 5 of the 6 categories that they did recognition for. And one of them was increased direct demo count. So obviously I grew my team, increased personal sales, increased direct title advancement. So the people that joined my team are advancing, to bronze elite, to silver, and creating their own little teams as well. I personally had a higher personal title because I advanced from silver to silver elite. And then, of course, with all of that comes a cut out on me. We basically learned to better our best. So with that, I just want to give a huge shout out to all of you and a congratulations. Thank you. And thank you for being here. I really do appreciate it. And I appreciate when you share. And I appreciate y'all are proud of me. So all I can say is thank you from the bottom of my heart, really. And then I look forward to seeing my retreat ladies in October. The registration date is September the 13th. So if you're still interested in taking that fall retreat to go, that link will also be in the description when we're done. So some of the ladies that are joining me for a fall retreat are on right now, and I thank you for being here. And I look forward to seeing you all. And it's not that far away, ladies. So, but thank you. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna get this camera pointed down so that we can go ahead and let me pull this back a little bit and do a drawing. So the prize is the 3 cards that we made using the Hope box. So if you were interested in that Hope box and want to see the 3 cards that get made, you actually get to make 9 cards. So there's enough to make 9 cards. It's 3 designs of each one. You know, with Paper Pumpkin, everything is already in the box for you to put together these cards. And if you're interested in watching that video, go back and check it out. And then here is the wheel. Let's spin and see who gets these cards. Hi, Shirley. Thank you, Terry. I'll have to go back and catch up on any comments I might have missed, you guys. Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Oh, Shannon Howell. Shannon is one of the ladies that's going to be attending retreat. So congratulations, Shannon. I do have your address because you registered for retreat. So just keep a lookout in the mail for your 3 cards from the Hope Paper Pumpkin box. Yay. And then up here, top middle is the August online ordering special. When you place an order on my website that's at least $25 or more, you're going to get a free cut kit in order to make these 4 cards using the the Season's Blessings bundle out of the annual catalog and the Harvest Meadow Designer Series paper out of the mini catalog. And this is what your kit will look like. You have all 4 of your card bases, and then you have 4 different little envelopes that have everything you need in order to make all 4 of these cards. The only thing I cannot do is the stamping. So if you have the Season's Blessings bundle and you want to assemble these as designed, you also get a tutorial that has all the measurements and how to put them together. It'll link you back to the video I did at the beginning of the month to show you how to assemble these. Or you can use whatever other stamp sets that you have. But this paper is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So let's show you. Today, we're going to be using the Tidings and Trimming Suite. And let me show you this paper. I'm going to make 2 cards for you. And I need to share where I got this idea from. So I give the proper people credit. But this is the Tidings and Christmas Designer Series paper. You get 48 sheets. There are 6 designs, so you get 8 of each one of these pieces of Designer Series paper. And it is double-sided. Look at these colors. I absolutely love this Designer Series paper. I'm just sad that it's not in 12 by 12. I'm used to 12 by 12, but I you know, you get 8 of these sheets for each design, so I'm okay with that because you get a lot of paper out of it. But we're going to be using this bundle, and also this includes this Evening Evergreen chevron weave ribbon. Let me bring another light in here over here. I don't know if that helped, but anyway, so this is part of a suite that is in your annual catalog, and I had it open and then I closed it. So on pages 88 to 89 of your annual catalog, the suite. So the suite includes the stamp set. There's also coordinating dies. Let me open it up to that. Pop those out. Coordinating dies. It's a photopolymer stamp set, by the way. That was the puppy. It includes the Designer Series paper and the chevron weave ribbon, and it's only $58 for the entire suite. So we're going to be using that today, and then I have a couple of other items that I want to use. And let me share with you where I got this. All right, it said it's trying to reconnect. Let me share with you where I got this idea from. So I got this card from a customer, which I think she's also a fellow demo. I think Beverly, if you're watching, I am totally sharing the card that I got from you. I got this last week, and The inside has this little, you know, one of the contour die cuts in there. But let me read to you. I need to pull this up because I cannot read that far. Basically, well, I won't tell you what she said, but this was a technique that she learned from Connie Stewart, which, by the way, I attended a retreat, an all-day retreat a couple of weeks ago, and Connie was part of that. Totally enjoyed her. So I got this card from Beverly Long. She learned this technique from Connie Stewart, and I had to, my mind kind of blew because I was like, I never thought of this. So when we do things and somebody else inspires you, go for it. It's called CASE. We copy and share everything. And I love to learn techniques from other demonstrators as well. And so that's what I want to share with you today, this particular technique. And really, you know, a lot of us say when we use designer series paper in our cards that we just hate covering up the other side because the other side is always so much more cuter, just equally beautiful, and you hate covering it up. So I didn't go watch any videos from her, so I kind of looked at the card and kind of figured out how to do it myself. But this card right here, this designer series paper is you can't get this particular paper anymore, but it was the whole concept. Okay, it's a technique where you can show both sides of the designer series paper. So this is the front, and then when you open it up, you see the other side, and you basically still have a full card. So I wanted to do this, but I wanted to do it with the Tidings of Christmas stamp set. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to do two different cards. I'm going to do a portrait card and I'm going to do a landscape card. So, and then also going to be showcasing a couple of other products. So let's go ahead and get started on this card. And this piece of paper I do have to cut. So let me get my trimmer. I kind of had to figure this out, you know, how she did it, but I'm going to show you. We are using an evening evergreen base, and you can use, with this color right here, you could actually use a basic white base if you wanted to. You could use, I'm just trying to line these up as I'm talking. You could use real red if you wanted to. You could use soft succulent if you wanted to. Okay, so what I did is I just folded my card base, which is 8.5 by 11. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure the measurements are going to be in the supply list so that you can do this yourself, unless you can see this and know how to do it yourself. But basically, what I did is I went ahead and folded the card, and then I want to trim off. I'm going to put this back in here. And I'm going to line up where my fold is in my card, and I'm going to trim off half. I'm going to leave a half of an inch on there. Okay, so you have a really good usable piece right here. So you can use this for something else, but then you're left with, you know, 1/2 of a card base and a little bitty lip that's about 1/2 inch left. And then you do want to take your bone folder and then, you know, kind of crease it down a little bit more. And then this piece of paper, let me make sure I get my right measurement over here, is I'm gonna have to remeasure this because I'm looking at two different measurements over here. I know this is 5.5 inches tall because you want it to be the height of your card, but this is 4 1/8. I did 4 1/8 by 5.5. And I'm going to tell you why I did it by the 1/8 instead of the 1/4 like the normal one would be. Okay, so I'm going to use our multi-purpose glue in order to put this down because I don't feel comfortable using the seal. But on this one, what I did is I put this piece of designer series paper on the back, but on this one, I want to put it on the front. Or do I? Yeah, I want to see what it looks like on the front. I'll do this one that way, and then on the other one, I'll do it the way I had originally designed it, because I want to see what it also looks like with the DSP on the front. Okay, so I'm just putting a little bit of multi-purpose glue, and then I'm going to put this down and line up my edges so you see a little bit of the evening evergreen. Okay, so it went on the top. Now the reason why I did a 4 and an 1/8 is because on this card, if it gets too close to the fold in between, then it's harder to close it. Okay, so that's why I trimmed off another 1/8 of an inch and left a little gap right here in between the fold, okay, so that it would close. But on this one, I'm just going to leave it on the top part, and then you see just a little bit of the evening evergreen on the left, okay? And then I have a basic white piece that I have used the stitched rectangle, where'd it go? The dies. The rectangle stitched framelits, which is a lot of them. I just picked a size that was pretty close to the inside, but I wanted to show a little bit more of that garden green. I'm sorry, the evening evergreen. Okay, so let me make sure I'm putting adhesive on the right side, and then we're going to put this on the inside. You can totally do your stamping on this piece before you go putting it down. That's what I would recommend in case you mess up, so you don't mess up your card. And then I have this little bitty stitched rectangle piece that I am going to stamp in real red, which with this one you can stamp it. There's so many different colors to choose from, but on this one, so you can use like 3 colors on this. Okay, and then we're going to stamp it. Let me get my mat. My foam mat, that is. Let's do that. There we go. So with photopolymer, if you don't have, which I do, okay, sorry about that. So with photopolymer, if you don't have a hard surface, you want to use some kind of a foam mat underneath. I just happen to, but I wanted to still go ahead and use my foam mat to do the stamping, and I did that in real red. I also have a piece of evening evergreen that I've cut just an 1/8 of an inch bigger so that I can mat this piece on there, and you have a little bit of evening evergreen right behind that. Okay, and then I'm also going to be using some black dimensionals. Using the black ones on these dark colored cardstock papers will keep, you know, if you look at your card sideways, it'll keep any of that white of the side of the dimensional showing. So really it's just a preference. Okay, and we're going to put that down. Let me close this ink. And then for this card, I'm going to go ahead and use the chevron weave ribbon. But I will tell you that you can also use the other two that will equally coordinate with this card are the In Color Evening Evergreen and Soft Succulent. Those go really well with it as well. And this is the open weave ribbon. You also have the option, if you wanted to, we have a real red sheer ribbon as well that you could use. But on this one, I wanted to use the chevron one. Okay, so on this one, what we're going to do, we're going to put our ribbon on. So you want to have a pretty good long piece. I haven't really measured the piece itself. Let me turn this way because I'm right-handed. Get that. And then if you have some reverse tweezers, they will come in handy because you're going to need to help hold this in place. But all you do is you want to pull it tight, but not so tight that your card starts to like curl, you know, towards itself. But just, and then that little piece right there, get your reverse tweezers and just leave them in there. That way it'll help hold that in place. And then you can take your ribbon, and this ribbon is kind of, sorry about that. I don't know what the deal is today. I know it's very cloudy over here and we were expecting rain. So sorry about the little interruptions there, but I know sometimes it can be like, oh no, did I miss something? But anyway, I just use my reverse tweezers to make a bow. And then when you're done making your bow and trimming it and, you know, pulling your little loops and, you know, pulling it tight again, and you're satisfied with your bow, then you can just pull your reverse tweezers out. Let me close that glue. And then take your snips and then detach that, and then just trim your little edges however you want to trim them. And then you can kind of move your bow into place. If you're worried about it moving, feel free to use a couple of glue dots. So I got a couple of glue dots with my little take your pick tool, and stick it back behind where the bow comes together, and then that way it doesn't move. Okay, so then now you have that. Now, what I'm also using with this are our little red rhinestone basic jewels. I haven't used these in a while, and you get so many of them. You get 220 of them in your package, so I wanted to use those. So on the other side of your take your pick tool, you have this little adhesive piece, and I'm going to use 3 of them. 3's the magic number, so we're going to put a rhinestone kind of where the little holly berries are, and we're going to put only 3. So we'll put one there, there, and then let's put one right here. On my original card, one was there, there, and there, but it all depends on where you're, you know, how you want to space them out, like in a triangular. I think that's the little tip that I learned not too long ago, is odd numbers, and then make them to where it's like a triangle so that it's kind of even. But there you have it. There is the one that I did, and then this is the one that I just demonstrated. And then when you open your card, you have the other pretty side of the designer series paper, so that you're not covering it up. How cute is that? And this one I put on top of the little lip, and on this one I put back behind on the back side of the little lip. Okay, so you see a lot more of the garden, I'm sorry, I keep calling it garden green, but it's the evening evergreen. You see a little bit more on the side. Okay, so it's totally personal preference, but either way, you still get the effect of having to get to see the other side of the beautiful paper, and you don't feel guilty for covering it up. So there's card number 1. And then let's do card number 2, landscape, using another paper. Okay, so everything's already done on this one. I'm just going to be assembling. With this one, I have a Sahara sand card base. Okay, so let's fold this. I think it went out there really briefly, but I blinked. Okay, so I have my Sahara sand base. We're going to do the same thing with cutting off a 1/2 inch. So I'm going to line up my fold here. Oh, that's more than a 1/2 inch. That was a whole inch. There we go. There we go. Don't throw those away. Those are perfectly usable. which actually on my, when I did the sample card, I used this piece that I cut off for that. Okay, so there's your base with the little lip. I already have this piece cut to size, and I am going to put it on the back. So let me get a little bit of multi-purpose glue on this lip here. I also want to say, while I'm doing this little piece here, that we need to pray for our Louisiana people and their safety, you guys. I've been watching the news and been a little sad knowing that people are having to once again, you know, flee their homes, not knowing what is going to happen. Okay, so there you have it. I put this one on the back. I didn't pull that out a little more. Let me pull it out. See, this is why I use glue. I should have paid attention, because what I did is I should have lined this up on the front because I was talking at the same time, but that's okay. I use glue. There we go. My tip is to line this up with the right side. That way the card is completely closed. Otherwise, if you line it up back here like I tried to do, you see a little bit of this Sahara sand. But hey, if you want to show a little bit of that Sahara sand on the right, go for it. I was just winging this based on the card that I got. Okay, now I also did another basic white die cut, but I used a larger one with the stitched. You know, you can certainly just use a plain piece and it will be equally gorgeous. I just wanted to put a little something extra on the inside. Okay, and it's not the normal 4 by 5 1/4 because you see a little bit more. That might have been the original piece, and then when you die cut it, it gets a little shorter, which is okay. It still looks good. Okay, and then I have also used the Stitch So Sweetly dies. I used this one, and we are going to stamp an Evening Evergreen. The same sentiment, okay, but I need to clean my stamp because I used Real Red a while ago. Make sure if you have a chamois in the cases. And then let's stamp It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year. We're going to stamp this smack dab in the middle. Give it just a little bit of pressure. I love photopolymer because you can see exactly where you're going to be stamping. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, let me close that. Let's get a couple of dimensionals on the back. Okay, and we are going to put this in the center. I'm centering it between, you know, the lip there and that. And then I'm going to go ahead and use this Real Red sheer ribbon, which, you know, you've got multiple colors on there as well, so you can get away with using this Real Red. You can get away with using Soft Succulent. Just pulling this a little, making my bow a little smaller here. Soft Succulent, Real Red. You could get away with the Evening Evergreen. Lots of colors. And then of course you can also use the crinkled seam binding, the white ribbon, and color this with maybe Misty Moonlight. There's some Misty Moonlight happening in there. Or gold looks really, really good on this. Okay, so let me trim this, and then we're going to attach this with a glue dot in this upper, if I can get the glue dot off, there we go, in this upper, of course, you know, full with your ribbon. Just full with your ribbon. Now, I also went ahead and broke out the bedazzling paper, which I've used this, I think, okay. I don't know where it cut off, but I also broke out the bedazzling specialty paper. And what I did is I made a couple of die cuts with the Tidings and Trimmings. There's a couple of die cuts in there that have, you know what, they're probably still on my die cutting machine. Yep, they are. But anyway, there's a couple of die cuts that you can use. Get that back out there. I just keep dropping things. And cut out these two little leafy images with that because I wanted a little bit of sparkle on here. And we are going to put these on with some glue dots. It's easier for me to take those off and use smaller pieces here. So let's get a glue dot there, and then let's put this back behind and give it a little pressure. And then we put a glue dot on this one, so we can put that one, slide that one right there. And then I also die cut a couple of these little holly leaves in Evening Evergreen, and I'm going to put those two in the middle right here, one right there. I'm going to just put it right on top, and then the other one, we'll put it this way. I'm going to create a little holly bush there, and then we're going to take 3 of our little red rhinestones and put them in the center of this holly bush, little leafy piece here. And then I'm going to put a couple of more on the card itself. Let's put one right here, and then let's put one up here. That way we have kind of like a long triangle happening there. And I think that is, yeah, that's it on that card. So there you have it. This one I pretty much made the same way, except it's landscape. I wanted to show a landscape version and then a portrait version. So I'll just show both of those. So there you have it. Oh my gosh, I'm finally glad we made it to the to the end. And I'm sorry about all the cutting out. So, but it is, we do have some clouds going on. I'm kind of taking a peek out the window. So thank you all. Look, I even broke out my Christmas paper to stamp on today. So starting to get in the Christmas spirit here. But yes, so thank you, Beverly, for sending me that gorgeous little card, which is where I got the inspiration from to show the other side of the designer series paper. I want to see what y'all can do as well. So, and then thank you for watching Connie Stewart's video and getting that idea, because that totally inspired me. But share a little Christmas with you right now. So thank you all for joining me today. Thank you all for your support. I love each and every one of you and enjoy being here with you on Sunday afternoon. So do try to enjoy the rest of your day. Be safe wherever you are. Make sure you say a prayer